When it comes to navigating your boundaries, I've got a secret. And this is something that I personally have to practice in my life. This is my commitment to living body mind. This is something we teach in body mind coaching. And I want to share with you a really simple exercise to start to practice this for yourself. Hi, I'm Laura Wieck. I am the creator and founder of Body Mind Coaching, as well as the Body Mind Living magazine. And the secret to navigating your boundaries is your body knows. Your body knows. And as I share this, I want to honor what shows up for you. Maybe you feel a deep knowing and a truth, right? Down in your gut, and you're like, oh, yes. Maybe you've been through challenging situations where you knew that, and maybe right now it only feels true in your pinky finger. Maybe somebody well-meaning and loving unintentionally taught that knowing out of you. And wherever you are, I invite you to just honor what shows up. And when it comes to navigating boundaries, learning to regain that trust with yourself and with your body is very much part of that process. And I want to share again a very simple exercise tool, something to play with, something to experiment with. Let this be light. Let this be just something that's playful. One simple way to start bringing this relationship back is to ask your body, what does a yes look like? And what does a no look like? Because your boundaries are really the place where your yeses and no live, right? I always like to say, when you say yes to something, you're saying no to something else. And when you say no to something, you're saying yes to something else. So knowing your yeses and nos specifically and what that feels like is a great way to start navigating the boundaries in your life. So wherever you are, and again, just honor where your body is. Maybe nothing shows up when you do this exercise. Maybe it's just a little bit, again, the tip of your pinky finger. Maybe it's in your big toe, right? But wherever you notice this, just start to get curious and find a comfortable spot. I'll join you. Just breathe in. If it feels good to close your eyes, you're welcome to do so. If it feels good to just soften your gaze, that works as well. And just ask your body, what does a yes look like and feel like? What does yes look like and feel like for me? I notice my shoulders roll back, my chest opens, like my throat opens. I feel like an openness in my stomach. I feel my feet on the ground. What's interesting for me is a yes is very clear in my mind as well. Like I just feel like, all right, the energy opens up, right? There's no swirling. So that yes in my body is very much this opening. Now that's my experience of this. What is your experience? Again, ask, what does a yes look like and feel like? And if nothing shows up, just get curious. Your body will show you, right? It's fine. And now I invite you to say, to ask your body, what does a no look like and feel like? What does no look like and feel like? well, immediately for me, I feel my chin drops, right? I feel a little bit protected. I feel my shoulders roll forward. I feel kind of like a closing in my stomach. I feel just kind of, I have this weird like trap door in my head. It goes, no, no soup for you, right? No. Again, that is my experience of it. You might notice something different, and maybe, again, maybe you don't notice anything, but get curious. Get curious. So it's the yeses and nos. The more you start to tune in and start to get familiar with how your body says yes and how your body says no, it's a great tool to use as you navigate boundaries. And here's one final thought on this exercise. Play with it. Start small. Sometimes I'll go out to eat with friends, and I'll go through the menu and I'll look for what my body says yes to, right? It's not about reading what's included. It's about where does my body kind of intuitively lean in. Sometimes I'll be driving and like there's multiple ways to get somewhere, and I'll be like, okay, do I want to go left? Yes, no, do I want to go right? Right. And I'll just play with it. I'll just experiment with where is there a yes and where is there a no. And just find small situations where you can start to tune into this and just start to strengthen that connection. Now, the final thing I want to add with this exercise, as you get more familiar with it and as you continue to play with it, is that sometimes when your body says yes, right? Oh, for me, it can sometimes take 24, 48 hours for me to know that it's a yes, right? So if you're somebody who knows you need space, ask for it. I know that when I'm offered an invitation or when I'm asked a question, like I legit just need to like literally let it sink in, and I come to this moment where my body's like, oh, yes, there it is, or no, that's a no, right? So just honor that. But remember that when you have a yes, like when your body's like, yes, that's it, or yes, I'm ready to enforce this, or no, I don't want to do that, it doesn't mean an absence of risk, right? When you enforce a boundary, when your body says, yes, I'm ready to choose myself, that might mean an uncomfortable conversation. That might mean letting somebody else down. That might mean, retracting a previous yes to better honor yourself. So when you start to get in tune with this, the next step is to trust it and act. I always like to say that a life of ease still requires effort. And when you have that inner knowing, the next step is to take the action. And often the effort that you put into that action through the uncomfortable conversation, through sending the email, putting out the offer, raising your rates, whatever it is, putting it out there, that still requires effort. And the more you flex this muscle and literally build this neural pathway to strengthen that connection, you see what's on the other side of that. Thank you for joining me. Again, I'm curious to hear what shows up for you. Make sure to head over to our Instagram page, BodyMind Living. Leave a comment. And again, we're so happy to have you here. This is BodyMind Living with Laura Wieck. Thanks for watching.